Keanu, are you dating anybody right now?
I'm seeing yeah, I'm seeing a man.
Okay, okay.
We've been together a little while.
See, that's what like. That was another thing I was worried
The
about. Like
old guy, yeah,
the old guy.
yeah.
Would
Mhm.
he? How would he feel if you were invited to go like a content house?
He
And
can fucking put up with it. That's I
okay,
don't, yeah. If he had a problem, then I'd be like, bye.
and
So.
you'd be like, "Look, I'm going to this house. It's going to be." It's funny. It's like I'm a grown ass woman, yet I'm still saying there's going to be boys there.
No, he's. I have an OnlyFans. He's got to deal with that too. I don't do anything with the. Doesn't mean if I be men in the house, I'm going to do anything. He's a little more old fashioned, but he got to get with 2022, man. So.
Okay, and by old fashioned, I wonder if this is something because like the more friends I have that do OnlyFans and the more girls I meet that do OnlyFans, the more I feel like this becomes a common thing. Is there an assumption like when you interact with your fans and you're seeing a guy right now, do you think a
Mhm.
lot of your fans assume that because you do OnlyFans that you're like in some kind of an open relationship?
I don't know. I they may think that or may not know that I'm in a relationship at all, but I don't really interact. I don't really give them the girlfriend experience. I just send pictures and, talk to them like I would just talk to anybody. I don't really be like, "Hey baby," or do any of that because it's just not me. So I don't think my fans are really thinking that they're
Yeah.
like my boyfriend. you know, my boyfriend's friends, they're like all uptight and old people and they think I'm a prostitute. Like I'm constantly defending like myself, and they're like, well, she has sort of odd hours, doesn't she? I'm like, I work at a restaurant too. What do you
Wow.
think I'm a lady of the night? It's ridiculous. They just don't get it, and I guess I
Well, what would be
understand
the
that. But
problem with being a prostitute?
that's what I say. I'm like, there wouldn't to me. I don't knock that either. People make money in different ways, but no, they're just
Because by
yeah.
definition, on a technicality, if you sell anything sexual activity wise, it counts as prostitution. So it's like if it's transactional and you engage in a sexual activity for payment, meaning payment of anything, it's prostitution according to
My
Google.
Brittany just called you a
So I
prostitute,
am a
Janet. No.
prostitute.
On a
They were
technicality,
right.
that is what it says.
Oh.
I mean, they think I'm like meeting up with people in person and having sex with them behind my boyfriend's back. Like that's what they assume, and it's all the women. All the dudes don't
How
care.
old are they?
Of
Because
40,
sounds like they don't really know what it is.
40 to 50. Yeah. But I'm like, all these women are subscribers. I'm like, quit subscribing, you free. Like, and my pictures are very mild. I mean, it's nothing crazy. And I don't even I don't knock any of that, but I definitely feel a lot of judgment from them. And it's
Mhm.
between me and my boyfriend, right? Not between them. Like,
How do you deal with like negative comments? I feel like this is I don't know, this feels like something that's like come up for me a lot recently is like you go through these waves of like you feel tough, you feel strong, you feel like you can handle it, and then you have like weak moments where like you will succumb to the comments or one comment in particular will like really get under your skin. And I was just talking about this with like Kristen Carney who she's been on Compound Media a bunch and she was like at the house as well, and she's like she was saying she's like yeah like once in a while like I'll just read the comments and then I'll really be bothered, and we were like yeah, I think it's always something that you're kind of feeling to begin with might be true, and then you see it in a comment and you're like it hits you kind of extra hard.
I love a good mean comment.
You
I think,
do?
yeah, I think the meaner it's the funnier it is. Or who's always making us, I don't know if they do this to you. There's that Twitter guy that always makes me like
Yes.
morbidly obese.
God, what was his name? I can't remember. Plantis
Evil
or
Sam,
something. Evil
Evil
Sam.
Sam. Yeah. Shout out to him. He put a dick on me the other day. That one I had to delete. It looked too real and I just couldn't take it anymore. But yeah, I always go like, oh, I'm a badass bitch or whatever. But when these people are in like my real life doing this stuff to me and sort of talking behind my back like I don't know. And whatever I am, I am. They're nice to my face and I'm the nicest chick ever. So yeah, that people in my real life talking about me gets on my nerves, but
More so than like a
online,
random stranger. Yeah.
No. Or like who said it? I got what when on a Chip Chipperson episode. Those are the meanest comments ever.
You
Somebody
know,
said
yeah.
somebody was like, Keanu's face looks like David Duchovny's elbow.
Wow, that's so creative. That's funny.
Right?
I've seen like negative
It's out there.
comments. Like people will say negative comments about Zia too. She's like the regular co-host now of Chip
Yeah.
Chipperson. And I just don't understand. I don't know what that is, or maybe it's just part of being a female and you got to work on the like you're not going to please everyone. Like stop. I don't know. You have to train yourself to not care.
No, it's either you're too fat or you're too skinny, your face is ugly, or but on the other hand, there's a lot of nice comments too. I don't care what strangers. That's exactly like stand up. I don't want my friends watching me do stand up ever. But I don't care what strangers think, you know?
Yeah.
Still have people I know judging me.
Right, because when we were seeing a lot of negative comments, especially in the karaoke stream, they're like, "You guys suck," and we're thinking like, "Hey, like, you don't have to watch this. You could be watching anything. Like, you're the one who's up at 6 a.m. watching us do bad karaoke in a poorly lit living room in the Poconos."
I have to go next time. I want to go.